I bet you Telesco made that pick a little strategically, knowing that ducks fly south for the winter. And he wanted to attract as many Ducks and alumni from Oregon down to LA to watch Herbert play. Now, they traded back into the first round to get Kenneth Murray out of Oklahoma. All of the feedback I've seen is he's an absolute beast, and he's going to pair well with another fourth-round pick from the previous draft, Drew Tranquill, who they're high on. Murray ran a 4.5 40, 40-inch vert nearly in the combine, and I bet you Josh Jacobs and Melvin Gordon were not happy to see that pick by the Chargers. He's going to absolutely bulldoze them for a few years to come here. The only thing I think Telesco, looking back on this, might have had a little angst of is he had to trade 2 picks back to the Pats to trade in to get Kenneth Murray, and they're a little thin at offensive line, so he could have, built up some depth there. But he also did go out and get a few guys or a few wide receivers. And KJ Hill from Ohio State was a 4-year senior, 7th-round draft pick, but he also now holds the record for most receptions at Ohio State. So a possession-type guy, similar to Keenan Allen, good target for Herbert. We only ran a 4.6 40, but Allen only ran a 4.7. So the other shout I want to give from walk-on to Charger, Joshua Kelly out of UCLA.
He was marred by injury. He wasn't really that explosive. He wasn't the Josh Kelly that we saw a couple years before. So the Chargers may have gotten a little steal if he can bounce back, get that explosiveness. We know they have Eckler. We know they have Jackson. But Joshua Kelly, you patch him with Herbert and Kenneth Murray, you got some new faces on both sides of the ball. I'm excited for what the Chargers did. Let's head out to the desert, not Vegas.
Ooh.
We're going to head out to Arizona, the Cardinals. So most people thought the Cardinals were going to draft an offensive line in round 1. But some things changed. Some players started falling. And what I'm proud of the Cardinals is they went with the best player available. They got Isaiah Simmons at 8. Some say he's a top 5 talent. They got him at 8. And he's going to fit in nice in their 3-4 scheme because he can cover the linebackers, and he can also be a hard-hitting safety. If you draft him, you get 3 extra players just because there's all that flexibility, and you're going to need that with injuries and just the grind of the football. I really like the Swiss Army knife, Isaiah Simmons. And then to go into the 3rd round and get Josh Jones, an offensive tackle from Houston, some say he was a fringe first-round pick, a great pass blocker, and they got him in the 3rd. So you could actually say that the Cardinals got 2 first-round draft picks with Isaiah Simmons and then Josh Jones late in the 3rd round. And then they went and they got some help on their defense. They got Lakey Fotu from Utah, and he's a great defensive end. The Cardinals could be fighting for a playoff spot if everything goes well. And don't forget, they got Hopkins. They did a lot this offseason.
Swiss Army knife. I like that. The new nickname.
Yeah.
SWA. So I like the Isaiah Simmons pick. The guy out of Utah was actually the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year last year. So to see that and the Cardinals be able to pick him up in later rounds is a huge value. And like you said, Josh Jones, the guy out of Houston, a little raw, so I think most were suspect on him. Shares a birthday with me. I love the guy already. Might have to get his jersey. Like you said, I don't think it was 2 first-rounders. It might have been 2 top 20 value picks, even top 10. And then you pick them up in the 1st and 2nd round. So huge moves.